She went mega viral this week with an ad for her congressional campaign in Baltimore. Here's just a little reminder of what it sounded like. Producer Mark, play it.
Do you care about Black lives? The people that run Baltimore don't. I can prove it. Walk with me. They don't want you to see this. I'm Kim Klacik. This is Baltimore, the real Baltimore. This is the reality for Black people every single day. Crumbling infrastructure, abandoned homes, poverty, and crime. Baltimore has been run by the Democrat Party for 53 years. What is the result of their decades of leadership? Baltimore is one of the top 5 most dangerous cities in America.
Kim Klacik joins us now. Kim, my friend, congratulations on your viral ad. We first want to get an update on how is your run for Congress in Baltimore going? Whose seat are you running for? Tell us some things.
Yeah, well, thank you for having me. I've not seen you in so long, it feels like. We've both been so busy. But I'm running in Maryland's Congressional District number 7. This is a seat that was held formerly by the late Congressman Cummings. Congressman Kwesi Mfume won the special election. And so now he holds the seat, but I'm hoping to unseat him here on November 3rd. I already won the primary on June 2nd. We released that ad basically to show people, we were hoping to at least show people in Baltimore that we truly care about the neglected areas. And for some reason, somehow, it went all over the country. So we're really happy about that.
Now, Kim, you part of the ad, one aspect of it was you just out there truly walking the streets of areas of Baltimore that I've seen as well. I've been in parts of East and West Baltimore that are deeply depressing and distressing for any American to see the conditions there. You walked the streets, though, and also spoke to residents. And what I want to know is, we played the audio of your ad yesterday about the cops specifically, but when you try to talk to people who live in these parts of Baltimore and when you speak to African Americans and say, what has the Democrat Party done for you? What do they say? I mean, are they frustrated, or do they really think the Democrat Party is trying but just hasn't had enough time? What are their feelings on this?
Yeah, so I think the feelings are mixed. There's some people that say, you know what, I'm going to vote for you because I understand the Democrats haven't done anything. And then some people, I think, are misinformed. Right now, especially what you hear in the mainstream media all the time, the Republican Party is like the party for racists, right? They truly believe that. And so people actually come and they'll talk to me about basically, people saying that, okay, well, I think you can make a change, but how can you make a change? And I understand, I have to actually lay out some videos and some plans and the platform. But at the same time, people are also saying, definitely we can think about voting for you in the future. You just got to show us what you can do. So right now we have people that are at least interested in hearing us. And I think that's half the battle.
And are you having a lot of people that are coming forward from the community, from Baltimore, who are just excited at the idea or at least intrigued by the idea of a change from what they've seen? Because, Baltimore it's like the Detroit of the East Coast, meaning it has just been in bad shape for a long time, a lot of crime and a lot of poverty. So, and what is your pitch to them when they say, okay, I'm open to things being better for us here? But in a majority black city like Baltimore, and you as a young black woman approaching a lot of voters who have been voting Democrat for a long time, what do you tell them you want to try to do for them to make things better?
Yeah, so I first talk about the fact that there's a lack of career opportunities in the area. People, and I tell them, hey, look, there are not any careers for, say you graduate from high school, college, whatever, you can't stay in this area. And that's a problem. Why not be able to work and still live in the area in which you grew up in? I talk a lot about, look how we relied on other countries during the lockdown, the coronavirus pandemic. Other countries were basically helping us out with our PPE. Baltimore has the second largest port in the country. Why not bring that billion-dollar medical equipment industry back through the Baltimore port and have some careers? Have some opportunities. I talk about school choice. I talk about how bad and poor the education system is here. We've got students that graduate unable to do math, read, write, doing the basics. I said, there are things here we can change and change quickly. But, you got to be able to vote for somebody else that has these ideas and will follow through on them.
Kim, you've had millions and millions of hits on this ad, which it's like every political consultant's dream to create a congressional ad for one congressional race that then goes viral all across the country and gets talked about on shows like this one that are heard by people in all 50 states. Have you had the president reach out directly yet? I mean, who now that you're on the radar in this way, what's it been like? What's happening?
Yeah, so, President Trump did tweet the other night and say that, Kim will help us in Baltimore. But I have been talking to, in his administration, one of his advisors. His name is Jerron Smith. And believe it or not, we've been speaking since, I would say, probably around November of last year about things that we can do in the community. Back in January, I took some community leaders from Sandtown, Easterwood, some of those neighborhoods that you saw in my videos. We went to the White House to talk to Jerron about possibly doing more with the opportunity zones in West Baltimore. So as far as I know, the administration is going to come back at the end of September and do a walkthrough, and we're going to lay out a plan on what exactly they can do. So, they're all for it. I'm excited. I know the president, from what I hear, is excited. I've heard from the RNC. They called to congratulate me about the video. And now we're talking about me possibly speaking at the convention. So it's been going pretty well.
That would be great, and I think that would be certainly a smart move on their behalf. I fully endorse and support for whatever that's worth, although I do know some of the people involved in that process, so I'll make sure that I try to reach out, Kim. But I also want to know, do you think there's always this hope? No one's expecting that President Trump is going to win the black vote as a percentage, that he's going to get a majority of it. But you had 1 million black Americans in 2016, roughly 1 million, vote for Donald Trump. If he were even able to get 15 or 20% of the black vote, it would be a death blow for the Democrat Party's national level hopes. Is there any ground here you think that can be made up? I mean, you could be a part of this effort that not only, I know you got to focus on winning your own congressional race, but at the national level, it seems like voices like yours could have an effect.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is something I talked to the RNC about, when they gave me a call. I say, when we walk the streets and we talk to people, the first thing I ask them is I say, what would make you vote for a Republican this time around? And they say, you know what, Kim, you're the first Republican I've ever met. And I said, bingo, that's the problem. We've got to be able to get in these communities and stop just writing them off because they're heavily Democratic. A lot of people just haven't had another option come their way. So it's like we got to get out in the streets and talk to people. I told the RNC a great place to start would help me with my race in Baltimore. And we can show people, on videos, pictures, whatever. Social media is, it has a force these days. Why not show people in other cities what you can do in their city, not just Baltimore, but a city that might look just like it. The crime and violence is off the charts. I know you talked about the people in the video talking about defunding the police. Nobody in these neighborhoods that we spoke to want to defund the police. They want more police presence. A lot of the people say, you focus on the bad parts of Baltimore, not the good parts.
Kim Klacik, everybody, running for Congress in Baltimore. Kim, thank you so much. Good luck to you. We'll talk to you soon. Hey, Team Buck, thank you so much for watching The First on YouTube. If you like this video, please click that little thumbs up button so then it will log as liked. And also, if you want to see more great content from The First, please click subscribe.